Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture of this course Heat Transfer. So earlier, while discussing the theory part of this module conduction, we have discussed the heat transfer through extended surfaces or FIN. So there we have discussed the concept of the FIN heat transfer, then the different types of FIN, their uses, their application. Then while discussing the heat transfer equation through FIN, we have seen that there are three different cases that we have considered while discussing the fin heat transfer. And those three different cases were when the fin is infinitely long, then when the tip of the fin is insulated, and when the fin is of finite length. So for these three different cases, we have discussed the heat transfer equation through those extended surfaces or fin. Next, while discussing the unsteady state heat conduction or the transient heat conduction, we have discussed the lumped heat parameter analysis or lumped capacity analysis. So there we have got two different dimensionless terms, which are Biot number and Fourier number. And the equation and the derivation for this lumped parameter analysis we have discussed earlier. Now today, based on this concept of the fin heat transfer and this lumped parameter analysis, we are going to discuss some critical or complicated numerical. Okay, so let us start this lecture today. So this is the first numerical that we are going to discuss. So what it states that fins 12 in number having thermal conductivity 75 watt per meter Kelvin and 0.75 millimeter thickness protrude 25 mm from a cylindrical surface of 50 mm diameter and 1 meter length, placed in an atmosphere of 40 degrees centigrade. If the cylindrical surface is maintained at 150 degrees centigrade and the heat transfer coefficient is 23 watt per meter square Kelvin, then you need to calculate the rate of heat transfer, the percentage increase in heat transfer due to fins, the temperature at the center of fins, and the fin efficiency and fin effectiveness. So these are the four different things that we need to calculate in this numerical. The diagram suitable for this numerical, it is given here. So the temperature, length, thermal conductivity, convective transfer coefficient, breadth, all these things, these are shown in this diagram. Now the perimeter of one fin can be calculated from the formula of the perimeter, which is 2 into L plus B. Now the length and breadth, these are given here. So the perimeter we can calculate as 2 meter. Now the area of the fin, it can be calculated by using the formula, which is B into L. So that means the area we are getting 0.00075 meters square. Now we need to calculate the value of M in this fin heat transfer. So the formula of this M, it is known to us, which is root under Hp by Ka. In this numerical, H and K, these were actually given in this numerical, that is H was given as 23 watt per meter square Kelvin and K was given as 75 watt per meter Kelvin. Now this value of P and A, that is the perimeter and area, we have calculated just now. Now that means putting all these values in this mathematical representation of M, we can calculate its value, that is 28.6 per meter. So that means ml will be equals to 28.6 multiplied by L. So that means ml will be equals to 0.715. So that means 10 hyperbolic of this ml, this is equals to 0.61. And the heat transfer from one fin, in this case the heat transfer from one fin, if we need to calculate, then the formula of this heat transfer, it is equals to mka theta 10 h ml. So this formula, it is familiar to us. Now putting all this value here, we can calculate the heat transfer from one fin as 108 watt. So that means, as in this numerical 12 number of fins are used, so heat transfer from these 12 fins, it can be calculated by multiplying the value of Q with 12. So ultimately the heat transfer from the 12 fins we are getting is 1296 watt. Is the heat transfer from unfinned portion of the surface. It can be calculated using the mathematical representation Q dash, which is equals to HA theta naught. So this HA theta naught, this is actually nothing but the mathematical representation of the Newton's law of cooling. So this H is given in this numerical. A, it is the area, and this theta naught, this is actually the difference in between the temperatures. Now this area we need to calculate wisely, intellectually, because this area, it is only for the unfinned portion. It is for the unfinned portion of the surface. So that's why we have just subtracted the 12 number of fins area here. So that's why Q dash we are getting ultimately 374.44 watt. So that means the total heat transfer from the cylindrical surface we are getting is 1296 plus 374.4 watt, that is 1670.4 watt. So this is the answer of the first part of this numerical. Now for the second part of the numerical, if the cylinder were without fins, then the heat transfer would have been Q equals to 23 multiplied by only area of the surface without the fin and multiplied by the temperature difference, that is 110. So the Q will be equals to 397.4 watt. So the increase in heat transfer due to the fins, due to this 12 number of fins, it can be calculated easily as 320.3%. So this is the increment using of heat transfer using the 12 number of fins. Now for the third part of this numerical, theta by theta naught is equals to cos h m l minus x divided by cos h m l. So theta by theta naught, it can be represented as the temperature differences. So Tc minus 40 divided by 150 minus 40, this is equals to cos h m l minus x. So these values are known to us, and ml, this is also known to us. So ultimately we are getting the ratio of these two temperature differences is 0.845. So that means from this new equation or relation we can calculate the center temperature of the fin Tc, this is equals to 133 degrees centigrade. This is the third part of this numerical. Now for the last part of this numerical, if T plus is neglected, now in that case eta fin is equals to 10h ml divided by ml. So the fin efficiency, it is 10h ml divided by ml. So this is we are getting as 85.3%. And the fin effectiveness, this formula, this is equals to 1670.4 divided by 397.4. So what are these things? So this is QT divided by Q. So the fin effectiveness we are getting at 4.2 here. So this is the procedure by which we have calculated all the 4 different parts of this numerical. So all the formulas related to this fin we have applied here in this numerical. Let us discuss the second numerical. So what is given here? Two long rods of the same diameter, one of brass and the other of the copper. So for these two rods, brass and copper, the thermal conductivities are given. And for these two different rods, uh, these one have one of their ends inserted in a furnace and the other ends exposed to the same atmosphere at a distance of 105 mm away from the furnace. The temperature of the brass rod is 120 degrees centigrade. Now we need to find the distance from the furnace and the copper rod would have attained the same temperature. This is the thing we need to calculate here. So for this case we need to use the concept of the heat transfer through the extended surfaces or fins. So for that we have seen this formula, that is theta by theta naught, this is equals to e to the power minus mx. This theta by theta naught, this is equals to t minus t alpha divided by t naught minus t alpha. So this is equals to e to the power minus mx. Now for this brass rod at the distance x equals to 0.105 millimeter, the temperature is given 120 degrees centigrade. Now if we put this value in the earlier equation, then we are getting this equation number 1. So this equation number 1 is, it is applicable for the brass rod when x equals to 0.105 meter and the temperature is given 120 degrees centigrade. Now for this copper rod we need to find the distance. Now suppose this distance at x equals to L. So this L we need to find ultimately. So when at x equals to L, then the temperature for the copper rod, it will be same as the brass rod, which is given in this numerical. Now as the brass rod temperature, it is 120 degrees. So let us consider for this copper rod also the temperature T equals to 120 degrees centigrade. Now considering these values of x and t, we are getting the formula or the relation of equation number 2. So from this equation number 1 and 2, we need to calculate the distance from the furnace end for this copper rod when it would have attained the same temperature. So now from this equation 1 and 2 we are getting M2L, this is equals to M1 multiplied by 0.105. So that means we are getting L equals to M1 by M2 multiplied by 0.105. So this M1, this is equals to root under HP by K1A, and M2, this is equals to root under HP by K2A. So that means this HP and A, these will be cancelled out for this two copper and brass rods. So ultimately we are having root under K2 by K1 multiplied by 0.105. And this K2 and K1 for the brass and copper rod, for the copper and brass rod actually these are given in this numerical. So K2 is given 375 and K1 is given 85. Now putting all these values in this relation, we have calculated the value of this L. This is, we are getting as 220.5 millimeter. So this is the distance actually from the furnace end the copper rod would have attained the same temperature. So this is the procedure by which we have discussed this numerical. Let us discuss this third numerical. what it is given here, an aluminum alloy plate of 400 millimeter multiplied by 400 millimeter multiplied by 4 meter is 400 by 400 by 4 is millimeter size at 200 degrees centigrade is suddenly quenched into liquid oxygen at minus 183 degrees centigrade. Starting from fundamentals or deriving the necessary expression, determine the time required for the plate to reach a temperature of minus 70 degrees centigrade. Some data are given here that we need to assume H equals to 20,000 kilojoule per meter square H degree centigrade, Cp equals to 0.8 kilojoule per kg degree centigrade, and the rho, that is density, is given 3000 kg per meter cube. Now to solve this numerical, we need to first calculate the surface area of the plate. So this is, we are getting as 0.32 meters square, because some of the data for the aluminum alloy plate shape, this is given here 400 by 400 by 4. So based on these values we can calculate the surface area of the plate, that is 0.32 meters square, and the volume of the plate, it can also be calculated as 0.00064 meter cube. Now the characteristic length LC, it can be calculated by this mathematical representation, that is V by A, that is the volume divided by the surface area of the section. So the characteristic length LC we are getting is 0.0002 meter. Now this thermal conductivity for this aluminum at low temperatures, it is actually 214 watt per meter degree centigrade, or 770 kilojoule per mH degree centigrade. So this is the value that we need to remember, or in some cases it may also be given in the numerical. So for this unsteady state condition, the Biot number can be calculated as HL by K. So this H, L and K. L is the characteristic length here. So these three values are known to us. So the Biot number have been calculated as 0.0519. Now here the Biot number, it is less than 0.1. So that means what? This concept was discussed earlier, that when the Biot number is less than 0.1, that means the lumped capacitance method or the lumped capacity analysis, that concept, it can be applied here to solve the numerical. Now the formula for this lumped capacity analysis, this is actually T minus TA divided by Ti minus TA. This is equals to e to the power minus HA by rho Vc multiplied by tau. So this derivation was already discussed earlier. Now in this relation of this lumped parameter analysis, if we put the values that are known to us, then we can easily calculate the time here after certain steps. So here you can see that all the values for the known parameters, these we have entered here. So that means after some steps we are getting as e to the power minus 4166.67 tau. This is equals to 3.389. Then after around 2 steps we are getting the value of the tau, that is the time, as 1.054 second. So this is the time here, so which is required for the plate to reach a temperature of minus 70 degrees centigrade. So based on this lumped parameter analysis concept, first we have calculated the value of the Biot number, which we have seen that it is less than 0.1. So that means the lumped capacity analysis can be successfully implemented here. After that we have used the formula for the lumped parameter analysis, and from that formula we have calculated the temperature required. Now for the next numerical, what it is given as a hot cylinder ingot of 50 mm diameter and 200 mm long is taken out from the furnace at 800 degrees centigrade and dipped in water till its temperature falls to 500 degrees centigrade. Then it is directly exposed to air till its temperature falls to 100 degrees centigrade. We need to find the total time required for the ingot to reach the temperature from 800 degree centigrade to 100 degree centigrade. And some data are given here, that is K is given 60 watt per meter degree centigrade. That is the thermal conductivity of the ingot. In the specific heat of the ingot is given 200 joule per meter degree centigrade. Density of this ingot material is 800 kg per meter cube. Heat transfer coefficient of the water is given 200 watt per meter degree centigrade, meter square degree centigrade actually. The heat transfer coefficient of the air is given 20 watt per meter square degree centigrade. The temperature of air or water, it is given 30 degree centigrade. So these are the things actually given in this numerical. You need to find the total time required for the ingot to reach the temperature from 800 to 100 degree centigrade. So here the value of this R, L, these are actually given, so that we have written here. Now to calculate the Biot number first, we need to write its formula, it is HLC by K. So it can also be written as H by K into V by A, that is the ratio of the volume by area, which is the formula of the characteristic length. Now for the cylindrical ingot, the value of this V, that is the formula of this volume and area, it is known to us, that is pi r square by L and 2 pi RL respectively. That means we are getting as H by K multiplied by R by 2 actually. So the value of the Biot number we are getting is 0.04166. So that means again in this numerical again we are getting that the value of the Biot number, it is less than 0.1. So that means the lumped parameter analysis or lumped capacity analysis approach can be implemented in this numerical successfully. And the total time for this numerical, it can be calculated by calculating the time t1, that is time required in water, and t2, that is the time required in air. And after that we need to add these two, that is total tau, it will be equals to tau 1 plus tau 2. Now for the ingot, the surface area, it is 2 pi RL, it is 0.0314 meter square, and the volume of the ingot equals to pi r square L. Now the temperature variation with respect to time when cooled in water, it is given the formula of the lumped parameter analysis. This is T minus TW by Ti minus TW, which is equals to the power minus HA by rho Vc multiplied by tau 1. So in this formula, if we put all the values which are known to us or which we have calculated earlier in this numerical, then we are getting the value of tau 1 after some steps. This is equals to 4.94 second. So 2 or 3 steps we need to calculate here. After those steps we are getting the value of the tau 1, that is 4.94 second. Now for the air medium, again we need to implement the formula of the lumped parameter analysis. So that is T minus Ta divided by Ti minus Ta. This is equals to the power minus Ha by rho Vc to tau 2. Now again in this formula of the lumped parameter analysis, we need to use all the values which are known to us. Then after some steps we are getting the value of the time. We are getting the value of the time tau 2. This is actually 190.6 seconds. So that means the total time required for this numerical, this is equals to tau 1 plus tau 2. So this is actually equals to 4.94 that we have calculated for the first part, and for the second part we have got the tau 2, this is 190.6 seconds. So the total time actually equals to 195.54 seconds. So this is 3.259 minutes. So these are the numericals that we have discussed today. So total 4 numericals we have discussed. For the first 2 numerical, we have used the concept of the Finn heat transfer, that is the heat transfer through the extended surfaces. the formula and the different terminology, that is fin effectiveness or fin efficiency, those things or those concepts we have used in those two different numericals. And for the last two numericals we have used the concept of the lumped parameter analysis. So that means first we have found out the value of the Biot number. Now if that Biot number it is less than 0.1, that means the lumped parameter analysis can be successfully implemented. After that we have used the formula or the relation for the lumped capacity approach, and based on that formula we have calculated the required time for those numericals. Okay, so this is the end for this lecture.